The MMA India Show.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Ultimate Fighter 28 finale is coming up later this week. One of the fights on the card is between Joseph Benavidez and Alex Perez. We are now joined by Alex himself, who's 3-0 in the UFC. Thank you so much, Alex, for taking the time for us.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
And, with the entire fight week coming up, I just wanted to get your thoughts on... It's interesting because you recently said after your fight with Joseph Torres, I guess, that you have to cut a lot of weight because you like to eat. So,
yeah.
How's the weight cutting process coming along then?
It's going good. I'm right where I need to be for, going into Vegas. I leave tomorrow morning. So I'm right there, right where I need to be. Not stressing, working out, eating 3-4 times a day. So it's not bad. So weight cut's going good.
Right, fantastic. And before your fight with Jose, I remember...
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, no problem. Before your fight with Torres, you said last year, I think, that you wanted to give 1 or 2 more years to the sport just to see if you can make it to the UFC because you fought 20 times before you competed in the UFC. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on where you are at this point.
Right now, it's just see as far as I can go. I give myself a timeline before, but now it's a little bit different now that I'm here. I'm here to make a run, whether it's at 25s or 35s, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go as long as my body lets me go.
Fantastic. And your last fight against, obviously, Jose Torres was a big deal. He was coming into the fight with a lot of hype, a 2-division champion in Titan FC. So what did you think about the quick finish? You were very impressive. You're 3-0, as I said, without counting your win in the Contender series. So can you give us your thoughts on, how it was winning the fight against Jose and what you've been up to since then?
It was good, To me, it's just another fight, man. Like I said, I had a lot of work on. After the fight, before the fight, I'm still working. Honestly, nothing's really changed for me. I'm just still training and teaching classes at the gym. Other than that, man, there's nothing really much to me. All I do is train all day. This is what I do for a living, so I take it serious.
Right, and if I remember correctly, you also once said that you train children in the gym.
Yeah, I used to coach wrestling. I'm not coaching wrestling no more.
Okay.
Just too time consuming. Don't have enough time during the day to do it.
Right.
But I used to coach high school wrestling.
Okay, and can you also talk a little bit about your gym, Oyama? How you train, how much schedule that you kind of dedicate to every morning, every evening. Can you just talk about your fight training camp?
I train every day, Monday through I train Monday through Thursday. Friday's my day off. I train Saturday, and then Sunday's my day off. I train twice a day, those days, and yeah, man, it's the same thing. In and out of camp, I'm always training like that. So if an opportunity comes up like this, I don't have to think about my conditioning or anything. I'm always ready to go.
Right, so we'll talk about your fight with Benavidez in just a bit. I also wanted to get your thoughts on the recent, I won't say controversy, but there's been a lot of speculation about the flyweight division, what's going to happen, what's the status of the fighters. A few have been released from the UFC. So did you get to think about any of that going into the fight, or did you ever not think about that?
I don't think about that. That's what I got a manager for, He thinks for me. I just fight. He does his job, and as of right now, my job is safe, so I'm good right now. Who knows? I might not be. That's not what I'm worried about. I let my manager handle all that stuff, and just focus on fighting.
Right, perfect. And your opponent, Benavidez, obviously is a seasoned veteran in the sport, has fought a lot of times in the UFC. His last win, if I remember, was against Henry Cejudo, who's the current flyweight champ. So going into the fight, how do you analyze someone like Benavidez? Do you watch a lot of his clips, or do you just focus on your own strengths in your camp? How do you go about training for an opponent?
I let my team kind of watch him. They kind of give me my game plan, kind of stick, and we just put a game plan in. I watched him a couple of times, and that's about it. But Yeah, I usually just let my team tell me what to do. You know, I trust them. I've been with them for a long time, so I trust their opinion and what they got to say. So, and our coach has been around for a while. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's been in the sport for a long time. So I kind of just listen, and do what I'm asked.
Right, so you're going immediately from fighting a former, Titan FC2 division champ in Joseph Torres against Joseph Benavidez, who's been a title contender. So, with just 3 fights in the UFC, how do you see your progress or where you are in the promotion at the moment?
Good. I just take the fights they give me. You know, I've not turned down a fight yet in the UFC, whether it's at 35s or 25s. I'm not turned down a fight. I'm here to fight. So I just think, I think they like me. You know, like I said, I come to fight every time. I show up, do my job.
Right, and you previously, again, if I remember the interview that you did immediately after you win over Torres, you said you want to start a family soon, you want to settle down. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on how much time you dedicate to the sport. Is this, what are your plans going forward?
Yeah, eventually, you know, I do want to have a family and settle down and do all that stuff. Right now, I'm still in my prime, so got to take advantage of that. I'm just going to see where it takes me, and then hopefully within the next few years, you know, start my family and stuff. We just got to see where it goes.
Right, and obviously you fought on a pay-per-view before. This is another big event, the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale. So what do you expect from the fight week? What are the rigors that you have to go through?
Nothing. Like tomorrow, I'll show up to do the weight check, to do all that stuff, sign the posters, and then I got media stuff throughout the week I have to do, on top of, like, you know, obviously my weight cutting and stuff. I fly out my nutritionist, perfecting athletes. So one less thing I have to worry about is cooking and stuff like that. They cook for me and everything. They got everything dialed in for me. So one less thing I have to worry about. But fight week's pretty simple. Rest throughout the day. Train hard at night, relax, you know, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday is weight cutting day because we weigh in Thursday. So a little bit of short week, but should be fun.
Right, and a lot of fighters, you know, they're very cordial when it comes to doing the media while cutting weight. I remember I think it was either Cerrone or Mike Perry that went off the last time around when doing the media. So what do you think about just the fighters doing media, answering questions while cutting weight?
I mean, it's here or there, you know. Some people do it, some people don't. I think it should be up to the fighter, you know, if you want to do the media or not. You know, it's a lot of time that you're taking away from a person and energy they have to spend. People don't understand how much energy it takes to actually talk and walk somewhere and do stuff when you're, you know, dieting and stuff like that, especially how many calories and stuff you're taking. So, for me, I think it should be up to the fighter.
Right. So one final thing. Obviously, the last time around, I remember you saying that you wanted to go to a Korean barbecue after your win. So is that something that you look forward to every time after your fight?
Man, honestly, I just look forward to fast food, any kind of food. I don't want no green stuff. I want straight grease. You know, I'm a fat boy at heart. I love to eat. You know, everybody knows that. If you know, my friends know that. Like I don't party much. I don't drink. I don't smoke much. You know, but one thing I like to do, I like to go out and eat. I like to eat a lot. So that's that after my fight, that's the first thing I love to do.
All right, wonderful. So thank you once again, Alex. We look forward to seeing your fight later this week, and all the very best. We'll catch up with you again after your fight.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate the time. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.